Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast. So I think, the reality of an owner's assistant is that it's really hard to not just think about what you would do with them, but how you would actually train them. And I previously had hired 3 different assistants that it didn't work out with. And I started to realize what the common denominator was there, and it was me. And that's tough for a lot of business owners. It's probably more true for business owners than any other role out there that we're the common denominator in a lot of the failures around our business, right? Like it's not until we found someone who was responsible to take over this area that it was like, oh, wow, we're not having any problems there anymore. And I think, with the assistant, you have to set them up for success. And the only way you can set them up for success is by being very thorough with onboarding and training. And most owners don't have that time. And they also don't really know how to approach it that well. You can't see in your own bald spot, essentially, right?
Right.
So I think, except for me, I can see my bald spots pretty clearly. So with that, I mean, basically we've created an owner's assistant growth kit. And really, it's not just about sourcing the right candidate, setting up the role in the right way with a thorough job description and duties and a roadmap for what responsibilities will be eventually delegated. But beyond that, it's 90 days of support for that role, where there's a weekly meeting with your owner's assistant, training them on what it's like to work with an owner, what it's like to work inside of a construction company, what are the priorities that need to be worked on, and kind of coaching and guiding them through all those responsibilities. It's also establishing rhythms that will set you up for success. Like you need to be providing regular feedback, and that's not just going to happen on a whim in the middle of your day, but it's going to be something that you schedule on the calendar, that we meet every single morning to have a phone call, or we meet at the end of the week and do a recap of, what were the best things that happened this week, or you're going to time block on my calendar time for us to work on a project that's maybe not urgent, but extremely important to the business, meaning we're going to audit our tech stack together. We're going to create a process for, um, onboarding new customers because we're not doing a good job at that. We're going to create content for our marketing together, whatever it is. We're going to do a deep work session together as a practice, and you're going to schedule that on my calendar. We go through all those different rhythms and practices with your owner's assistant, and we do that for 12 weeks. We meet once a week, and then we also have another meeting with you and your owner's assistant to figure out how it's working, to figure out what's not working, to see what we need to implement, to see what the next priority is, to really flesh out this role, so that after 30 days of discovery and sourcing and hiring, and then 90 days of actually onboarding and training very thoroughly and intentionally, you have someone that truly supports you and alleviates a lot of the stress
Right.
and admin work and challenges that you've had in your day-to-day work life, which in turn transforms how you come home after the workday. So it's reclaiming your time, and it's bringing you back to a place where you're owning your business, you're in control of your business, and you've got accountability and support alongside you.
Yeah. I think there's very little excuse for not having an owner's assistant. Um, once you begin to realize how much time I don't want to say waste, uh, but you spend inappropriately doing things somebody else could do.
Yeah.
Um, one of the things I
Well,
routinely ask my clients, and I listen not just to what they say, but how quickly and
mhm.
vigorously they say it. But I say, if you hired a guy and you didn't have to do that, what could you do? And if they come out, oh my God, I could jump on sales and we could really, and off they go. Then I said, well, then this is a no brainer. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it today. I mean, that's rhetorically
Yeah.
speaking.
If you
If
know
there's all
what
this
you would do,
hesitation, then they got to figure it out first.
yeah, if you know what you would do with extra time, it means that
It's not,
you probably, there's not a lot of value in what you were doing, at least for yourself. Not that it's not valuable to your company, but it's probably not best suited for you if you would be doing something else, right? So go and do that. Now, also I'll say don't delegate the things that are your secret sauce, right? Like if you are crushing it at sales and you do it better than anybody in your company, you doesn't mean that you should necessarily hire a sales manager. Like keep doing you. Like get yourself off of projects and get yourself into the sales booth, right? So, um, you know, I think a good way that we can wrap this up is we've got this resource called 24 things that you need to effectively hire, onboard, and train a rock star executive assistant, right? And we call it executive assistant because that's the popular term out there, but it's effectively an owner's assistant. And it's this PDF resource. It's it's worth money. We're giving it away for free, and it won't be forever. Essentially at some point we're going to start charging money for this, but for right now it's free. And if you want it, we'll put a link in the show notes, and people can download it. It walks you through everything from how to source the right candidate and how to outline the role, and then all the different ways that you can outline how to onboard and train this assistant. And it's very thorough. So we'll put that in the show notes. People can download that. It's great for construction specifically. It covers a variety of areas, and I think you'll find a lot of value in it. And probably here in like a month, maybe less, we'll start charging for that. So, yeah, I appreciate you talking about this today, Martin. Is
Super.
there anything else that you
Yeah.
want to cover for this?
No, I think it's got it. It's a valuable, it's a sign of a maturity too, when you can take
Mm,
the step.
yeah, for sure. Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, might be there, might be over my face. I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.